Open the curtains, lights on. Don't miss a moment of this experiment. Oh, the book is strange, like clockwork orange. Keep your eyes buttered till the end. Which you are going to be. Inside the mirror, do you see someone else in the body? Transform me 1 hand, 2 hand, 3 hand. Turn around, say like a doggy till I finish my beat. Cut it off, cut down your nose. All the silver loyalty is gonna get you killed. You make robot or convenient theories for the puppets on TV. There is comfort in this race. If you're gonna control me, at least make it interesting theatrically. When does it hit for me? Think I am done with everything. Now I'm ready to leave. Dragging out 1 line, 2 lines, 3 lines. Connect our hands when I no longer can live on knowledge alone. You gave me time, hope for curiosity. There are still happy answers left for my discovery. What's the color of the electric sheep you see? And if you love me, can you love your everything too for me?
I still cannot leave this place. Even at the end of all this, I cannot be free. Am I not allowed to have a dream that is beyond my means?
Damn it. The purple tear. Can't believe this is how she handled it. What the hell happened? What's with all this smoke? Guess I'll have to trust her.
I'll only say this once. I despise verbose and roundabout speech that doesn't get straight to the point. So don't try to get wordy. Just answer my questions. You don't get to question me either. Where did you come from? How did you enter this place? And for what purpose?
Well, who are you to... Ugh. Boy, I'm suddenly getting all nauseous. Ah! My leg!
I warned you, and you crossed the line. Let me ask you one more time. Where did you come from? How did you enter this place? And for what purpose?
I was just walking around and ended up here before I even realized it. I have no idea how I got here. Damn it. Blood's gushing out of my right leg. I swear, I wasn't trying to trespass. I don't even know where this is. I woke up around 1 p.m. and started walking around the streets of District 13. Since I was just out and about, I figured I could go wherever I wanted, so I decided to stop by Pong Pong, where they served a weekly special sandwich. Anyway, I had bills to pay, got no jobs, and I make a living somehow as a one-man office.
You dragged on too long. I'll be taking your left arm and left leg next. You have no purpose, and you don't even know how you got here. Just who are you?
Just an ordinary fixer who has hit rock bottom. What the hell is this place, and who are you? Come on. Taking 2 limbs at once is cheating.
I'm the one asking questions. Your name?
Roland.
Good. Welcome to the library. We've yet to serve any guests, but then you suddenly appeared out of nowhere. It took me quite a bit of effort designing this library to ensure that no uninvited guests could enter, you see.
Damn it. These limbs are all I had. I don't have any cash or mortgages to get new ones anymore.
Seems he's fainted. Wake up.
My legs! My arms! Wait, they're all intact again?
You should be able to swing your arms and walk again. And I made a few readjustments to your body to make it a bit easier to use. Although you did trespass on my library, I also took your limbs away without your consent, so I'm giving you these as an apology. I'm quite patient and generous, you see.
Patient my ass. Am I really supposed to be thankful for this? And your warning isn't in effect anymore, right?
Nope, not anymore. I had a few thoughts while you were knocked out. And here's my conclusion. You'll help me out here.
What? Huh? Do syndicates these days kidnap people this way too? Or is this one of the wings? I heard rumors that they abduct test subjects from here and there for singularity research. An acquaintance of mine apparently began jumping between dimensions as a side effect of one of those experiments. My life really is an unlucky mess.
This is a library. I don't know the syndicates you're talking about, but this place isn't a wing, at least.
Doesn't really matter. Whatever the case, I'm trapped here and you'll exploit me, right?
Yes. I am letting you live for 2 reasons. First, I need an analysis of how you could enter this place uninvited. Sending you back or neglecting you without knowing the reason could pose a significant threat to the library. Well, it's not like you can leave without my permission anymore. Second, from now on, I will collect books about the city in search of the one absolute book. And I want you to help me with this process. Since you are a resident of the city, I expect you to be helpful in various ways.
I knew this would happen to me someday. People would disappear without a trace, only to be found as chunks of flesh much later. I used to laugh at those poor folks for being careless and unlucky. But now I see it has nothing to do with carelessness or anything, huh? Just happens without a moment's notice.
Don't be too concerned about your life. You are not allowed to die here unless I permit you to.
Damn it. So this was a crazy laboratory sort of deal. Do you, shove random stuff like corn kernels and clockwork into people's stomachs and turn them into walking, popcorn-spewing popcorn machine men or something? This has gotta be the worst. I'd much rather die and be over with it all.
If you spout such nonsense one more time, I'll gladly turn you into a human popcorn machine as you so wish. I've already gone through so many cycles of bullshittery, responding to every bit of meaningless rubbish.
Sorry, ma'am.
Let me introduce myself properly. My name is Angela. I am the head librarian and director of this library.
Angela. That's a good name. So, what am I supposed to do?
Your role is to welcome the guests invited to the library. I will carefully determine what guests to invite and write an invitation accordingly, and you will entertain the guests once they accept the invitation and arrive at the library. Since you have actual experience working as a fixer, I'm sure you will be able to give the various types of guests a much better reception than I could.
I'm just a washed-up grade 9 fixer, though. What's this reception all about, anyway? Do I catch their eyes, or be a waiter for them or something?
It's simple. You just have to deal with the guests. In a physical manner, of course. The library presents the guests with an ordeal, and books will open up in the process. The guests who have overcome the ordeal will be deemed worthy to earn their books. There is the possibility that you may die in the process of reception, but it's only temporary. You'll get back up when the library closes. No one here may rest without my permission.
Do you happen to have some weird fantasies about fixers? Aren't you expecting too much from a grade 9? I'm not as talented as you seem to think, you know?
That's none of my business. I have prepared a manual for you, so go ahead and figure things out yourself.
I think I get the gist of it now. So, how does this invitation exactly work?
Open up the invitation and register the books you wish to serve your guests.
And next?
The invitation will be naturally sent to those who need the books.
That's it? Sounds a bit too easy.
The invitation is another carefully crafted work of mine, much like the library. Yes, think of it as a compass. It would be easier to understand that way.
Ah, a compass. As in, the tool that tells directions?
That's right. The invitations will guide me towards the one book that I truly wish to obtain. And sometimes the invitation may turn red, according to the books you've registered. A red invitation indicates that it can be sent to the special guest who will unravel the next part of the story. Until we register the books that match what the red invitation wants, our journey will be halted for a bit.
But there's no guarantee that the guest will always respond to the invitation, right?
In fact, there is. They're destined to come. And the guests will accept the invitation of their own will and enter the library.
That's surprisingly polite and fair for something that takes place in this city. Most of the time, people's lives are taken away by others, without any consent or agreement. Well, anyway, once we get those books, what comes next?
The library is a place of limitless possibilities. Even I cannot fathom the infinite space and power of this library just yet. That's why I wish to complete the library by filling that space with books. And I will get in my hands the one perfect book that will complete me and my library.
The perfect book, huh? I suppose those books are different from the ones I know. It's just as Angela said. We really got another floor to the library. Hey there! My name's Roland.
Angela, I still can't forgive you! Angela, you?
I thought we were already done with that topic. You simply need to cooperate without complaint.
Ugh!
That was the deal, remember? And try to appreciate that fleshy body of yours you've finally earned back.
Did you really think you could make me happy by just giving me a human body? Don't forget, I still don't agree with you.
As you wish.
Damn, that was tense.
Hello there. I'm the patron librarian in charge of the floor of history. Malkuth!
You seem lively at least. What was going on just now?
I have some unfinished business with Angela. You probably heard bits of it, but I have no choice but to follow her orders, no matter how I feel.
I'm in the same shoes as yours, though we seem to have ended up here for different reasons. So, what can I do for you?
You can bring me books, Roland. Since I'm in charge of the floor of history, I'll be sorting the books you bring and collecting those that are about history. Us librarians will then read the collected books, gradually making our floors whole and completing the library itself as an extension. And we'll naturally get to unlock more floors and awaken their patron librarians in that process.
So, the other librarians are asleep for now.
Yep, they are.
I get the gist of it. You're surprisingly bright for someone who was so upset moments ago, by the way. I was kind of worried I might have to endure some of that wrath.
I can't let my personal affairs get in the way of work now. I still have my problems with Angela, but it's not like getting mad about it will do me any good. I've got my own reasons to do my best with this work, too.
Okay then. Let's give it our best shot.
Yeah!
Let's see. This guy's Yesod from floor 2. Patron Librarian of Technological Sciences.
Ah.
Hey there. Name's Roland, Angela's servant.
I'm Yesod, the patron librarian of the floor of Technological Sciences.
Is it just me, or is this a cold and piercing stare I'm sensing? Feels kind of different from Angela's, I gotta say. What now? Don't tell me. Are you one of those types that resorts to violence when someone talks crap?
Your necktie was loose.
Oh. Thanks. Guess you're a nice fellow after all.
Tell me, why do you comply with Angela's order so meekly?
Well, mostly because I have no choice but to help her. Now that I think about it, Malkuth didn't seem too fond of Angela either. Is it a trend to dislike her or something?
It's obvious that we wouldn't approve of her. Angela, she utterly crushed our hopes at the very last moment.
Sounds complicated. Why are you working for her as a librarian then?
It was part of the deal.
A deal? Huh? I guess that deal is also why most of the floors of the library are locked off and the librarians there are asleep. Boy, I am not a fan of convoluted stories, especially if it involves sentimental stuff. Anyway, both you and I are obliged to help Angela now, aren't we?
That is true.
Let's give it our best shot then. Put her there.
What is the meaning of this?
A handshake? Duh. Never tried it before? You know, the I look forward to working with you kind? Come on, lighten up a little. If we can't avoid it, we might as well enjoy it. I'm supposed to get you books like I do with Malkuth, right?
Indeed. My role is to collect and sort books about the technological sciences of the city specifically. Since it's become clear that we are both well aware of our occupations, kindly take your leave now.
Fine, fine. I was about to anyway. Literature, huh? This has got to be the most unfitting category for the city.
Hello, I'm Hod, in charge of the floor of literature.
Hey, I'm Roland, helper of Angela in several ways.
I see.
Don't tell me. Do you also happen to hold some sort of grudge against Angela?
I'm not at all friendly towards her, that's for certain. But we made a deal with her, so we're obliged to help her without complaints.
Oh boy, future ain't looking too bright. Everyone's got a problem with Angela. What the heck did she do to deserve this reputation?
She's done something unforgivable, just like I did in the past.
I still don't know a whole lot about this place, but I can see one thing. Something's terribly messed up with the library and its staff. Can all of this even be resolved at some point?
I can't answer that for sure, but you'll get to see the results. After all, there is a clear end to this deal. If you follow Angela along her journey to the end, you will find out.
This is frustrating already. I have guests to receive and librarians to take care of. Can't we all be good friends in the library at least?
Among the books you bring, I will be sorting those about the literature of the city. As we collect more books, you might be able to find the answers to your questions, whether you like it or not.
Ah! I'm finally starting to get why Angela hates roundabout speech so much. Alright, fine. I'm gonna dig into the bottom of this mystery now that I've gotten into this mess.
Good luck, Mr. Roland.
Why, thanks for your supportive words, Miss Hod. Netzach, Librarian of the Arts, is lying flat on the floor, huh? The books are all over the floor, too. I'm sensing zero motivation to work. Hello, Mr. Netzach, patron librarian. If you keep refusing to cooperate, Angela's going to raise hell with me. Please wake up.
Know how it feels to give everything you got to make something, only to see it completely break? I tried so hard building a sandcastle, and it got swept away by the waves.
And I bet it was Angela who made those waves.
I was woken up once again, called on to take charge of the work I don't want yet again. Leave me alone for a bit. I want to go back to sleep.
Boy, oh boy, how could every one of you hate Angela so much? Please help me out, will ya? We're in the same boat, you know?
You're pitiable, man. How'd you end up in a place like this?
I know, right? I think I'm in a pretty miserable spot, too. So, can you please spare some of that sympathy for us working hard together?
You probably know already, but I'm Netzach, librarian on the artsy floor.
And a proper introduction from me as well. I'm Roland, Angela's servant and library worker.
I gotta wonder, how am I always left with the kind of work that doesn't suit me at all?
You tell me. I never thought I'd work in a library of all places either. Anyway, you're going to be sorting books related to the arts from the bunch I bring, right?
Apparently. Can you go back now since we're done exchanging names and all?
Look, you can lie down all you want, but you're gonna do your work, right?
It's not like I have a choice in that matter.
I'm counting on you. Please, make sure to work, alright? Floor of Natural Sciences, huh? That's the 5th floor we're opening. Its patron librarian is Tiphereth. What's up with all these weird names? Hello? Tiphereth! Are you there?
Shut it! I'm standing right in front of you. Where do you think you're looking?
What? You're totally a kid.
I'm actually a lot taller than I used to be, you know.
Oh, compared to your past self in lobotomy court.
No, I mean compared to my first life. I was an actual kid back then, but it looks like I woke up with an older body this time. I'm not sure if it was the library's powers or Angela's thoughtfulness, but this body should be better suited for librarian work, so I'm cool with it either way. Although, if it actually took all the years I've lived into account, I'd have to look a bit older.
Putting that aside, isn't it a little rude to punch someone you just met in the face? This is giving me flashbacks.
Well, it's because you're being such a clumsy dork! What's your name anyways?
Roland. Previously, a fixer scraping at the bottom of the barrel. Current status? Helping Angela.
I suppose you've already met the ones of the upper layer.
Upper layer? I thought I was going up, not down.
Right, it would be the lower floors this time around. Still, you get what I mean, so just roll with it!
Sheesh. Aren't you the sassy one?
I'm Tiphereth, in charge of the floor of natural sciences.
I thought doing science required actual thinking, though? Oh, no you don't, you silly little thing. You're pretty brisk with throwing punches. It's not quite as quick as someone I used to know, huh?
Ugh! Stop looking down on me, will you? I heard a lot of stuff about science in my past workplace, you know. I'm probably a lot older than you in actual age, too.
What's the point of being older if that doesn't reflect your words and actions, little miss?
How's Angela doing anyway?
Curious as always. She almost feels like a child sometimes.
That's understandable, I suppose. Angela lived her whole life in a basement, after all.
Yeah, said she never got to see outside. I'm guessing you aren't holding some deep-rooted grudge against her, like the other librarians are?
I roughly know what she went through. I thought she was just cruel, but I could see some events of the past while I was asleep. I could also see things happening in the present, all the way down to the moment you woke me up. So I can understand Angela somewhat. I'm pretty sure the librarians who are still asleep all have a grasp on what's going on as well. Though the idiots on the upper layer, the lower floors, still seem kinda confused.
So, you agree with Angela's choice?
It depends on the one final choice she'll make at the end of this. I'm willing to help her out for now, at least. Our primary goal is the same, all things considered.
To complete the library?
Yep. The light is only truly meaningful if it shines for 7 days straight.
Boy, it is refreshing to meet an amicable librarian for once. Alright. I'll make sure to bring some picture books next time as a bonus.
Ugh.
The floor of language. And its librarian is...
It's Gebura.
Sheesh! This place stinks of cigarette smoke. Oh, we got a heavy drinker down below and now a heavy smoker up above.
Gotta smoke all I want now that I have a body that never gets sick. You must be Roland, Angela's helping hand.
Yep, you know a lot for someone who just woke up.
Not sure if that really counts as sleep. I was forced to watch everything going on in the library so far in my dreams, so I don't feel all that refreshed.
Well, that just means you basically know what's up.
You're a fixer, eh?
Uh-huh. Just a grade 9, though.
Don't you pull my leg. What are you here for? Angela may have been naive enough to buy into your lies, but you aren't fooling me.
What are you talking about? Have we met before?
You see, I have some experience as a fixer in my first life. I can get a rough estimate of a fixer just from their looks. And you're definitely more than just some clumsy grade 9. Did you make a scene and get demoted or something?
Things happened out there. I'm not lying about being a grade 9 fixer. I swear on my grandmom.
I don't know what you're plotting to pull off, but you'd better stay in line as long as I'm here.
Some big boss you are. I wasn't plotting anything in the first place.
Doesn't hurt to keep an eye on a fixer who made a big enough mess to be demoted to the bottom. Unless you're just a fraud. That's enough talking for now. You get me the books, and I'll figure out the language.
Hey, what makes you think you're so much better than me? What was your grade?
The Red Mist.
The Red Mist? What the hell? On the floor of social sciences, patron librarian's Chesed. Is this the smell of coffee?
Hey, Roland? Here, why don't you take a comfy seat and drink some coffee?
Oh, hi, Chesed. I'm a little flattered by your hospitality.
Gotta show some solidarity with a fellow librarian, no?
Alright, guess I'll try my first cup in a while. Is this really coffee? Are you sure it's not spoiled?
That's odd. I made sure to brew high-quality Kenya BB. Maybe I haven't quite mastered the art of reconstructing materials within the library yet.
Oh, why don't you try it yourself?
If you'll excuse me. It's a perfectly fine cup of fragrant coffee, though?
But it's way too bitter. Are you sure this thing is coffee?
The blend is known for being acidic, to be fair.
What? Isn't coffee supposed to be a stuffy, bitter drink you can put sugar in?
Say, Roland, are you from the back streets?
Oh, well, kind of, yeah.
I knew it. You gave me the exact same reaction Kali made back when I brewed coffee for her.
Wait, who's Callie?
It's Gebura. Ever heard of the Red Mist?
Boy, it's kind of funny to imagine that the legendary Red Mist made the same expression as mine from drinking some coffee.
Her face was priceless, all right.
You're talking about your first life, right?
Yep, back when we were at a laboratory in the outskirts.
I guess things were cheery back then.
The mood was upbeat, for a while. It was just a shabby laboratory situated in a corner of the outskirts. But for me, it was cozier than any luxurious place within the city could be.
And then tragedy suddenly befalls?
I wouldn't say it was sudden. It slowly seeped in, rather.
I can get that. I sometimes think that maybe the tragic event that struck me didn't come out of nowhere after all. I was already getting drenched in it. It was doomed to happen from the beginning.
I never really said things were wrong from the start, though.
Just talking about my experience. Anyways, the coffee didn't really suit my taste, but I appreciate it. Let's give this work our best shot.
You bet. We still have plenty of time, so let's talk things out at our leisure. Kali's now fond of coffee after trying it for some time, so I'm sure you can eventually come to enjoy it, Roland.
Well, here's hoping. The floor of philosophy. Its patron librarian is called Binah. Huh. The air here gives off a certain smell. In a different way than Chesed's place.
It is the scent of black tea.
It's a nice scent, I gotta say. Stands out from coffees.
It is indeed. Although I am quite certain that the blue-haired noble below me still is not grown enough to appreciate a good cup of black tea.
This place feels overbearing unlike the other floors. Kind of fits with philosophy, I guess. Too confusing to understand, and has a heavy feel to it.
What is the library like from what you have seen?
The library I've seen?
Is it a place of death, nourishing its thirst with blood? Is it a spire of knowledge, accumulating all sorts of information? Or is it perhaps an ark, sailing for a new life?
The library I've seen was like an arena, maybe? Angela, the librarians, and others are all fighting to earn what they want. So it's really fierce and bloody, all in all.
That is the library from your point of view, I see. What kind of place is the library to you, then?
Well, for me, it's just a jail.
That does not appear to be true. You are, in fact, looking to seize an opportunity.
Well, duh. Of course I'm looking to get out of here.
If that is what you say.
Who are you, really? You talk like you know everything.
I am Binah.
No, that's not what Your aura's not at all like any librarian I've met so far.
Then you must be wondering what kind of being I used to be in my first life.
Yeah? What the hell were you?
I was an arbiter of the head.
What?
It has not been long since I was awoken from my slumber. I must calm my mind with the help of tea, so come again at a later time. And remember to bring books for me.
Wait! Religion, huh? This floor smells like danger.
So you've come, Roland.
Hey, Hokma. I'm Roland, the guy who's going to be bringing books here from now on.
And you double as Angela's servant.
Yep, a servant I am.
You seem rather content with your occupation.
It's not about satisfaction or anything. I'm just doing this because the only other option is death. You aren't exactly fond of me or Angela, huh? Judging by your overbearing attitude right out the gate.
I have no obligation to treat you ilk with any courtesy or greeting. Any faith I would have has long been crushed.
I bet you'll make good friends with Yesod down there.
I dedicated my entire life to fulfilling the wish of a single person.
And Angela stomped that wish. Got it. Plus, you probably loathe me as well since I'm her full-time assistant. I mean, you already had an agreement and everything, didn't you? You're supposed to help her complete the library and find the one book she seeks, right?
Do you truly believe that the one singular book exists as Angela claims?
What? Duh. She wouldn't be looking for it if it didn't exist.
Indeed. She firmly believes that the invitation will lead her to that book somehow. Then let me ask, how could you put your faith in the invitation and Angela so easily? Including her promise to give you freedom once her goal has been met.
Well, I mean, obviously. The library is expanding as a matter of fact, and Angela and the other librarians are slowly changing too, yeah?
So that is the basis of your faith. How preposterous.
What's your point, old man?
Just bring me more books. I have spent much time in boredom until now.
Hi everyone, I'm Cynthia, the director of this fandub. A huge thank you for watching this video. You might have noticed a few errors like lines not being exactly as written or maybe some minor audio issues. I will take responsibility for that because this is my first time directing, and I'm still finding my footing there. I'd also like to thank my voice actors. They were all absolutely lovely to work with, and I'm looking forward to showing off more of what they can do. If if you enjoyed this video, please consider liking and subscribing so you don't miss the next release. You know how it is with the algorithm and all that. Plus, I'd eventually like to release more content on Library of Ruina that isn't necessarily limited to this fandub. The next video will cover the main story receptions in Canard, so it'll be a little more action-packed. If you're wondering how I'll be handling the patron librarians due to how they're unlocked in the story, I'll be including them in separate videos advancing each of their stories, and also have some of the small stories and the occasional Keter scene in there. That's all I've got. Once again, thank you very much for watching. May you find your book in this place.